1, 2, 3, boom! One shot.
ピンポーン。ゆっくりしていってね。
What is up, YouTube? How's it crawling? I'm YukkuriChei and welcome to the third part of my Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup Let's Play. So, as you can see, I'm surprisingly not dead, I'm still doing this, and my crawl is upgraded to the version 0.15-A0-2297-GD603932. The beauty of development builds. So it's been a long time since I played this character. No, not this character, not this one, but this one, Koakuma, the Cobalt Abyssal Knight of Lugonu. And developers have made lots and lots of changes into the game. I'm not familiar with all of them, and to be honest, I took a huge break of from Crawl since I played this character the previous time. I've played several games, of course, so I'm kind of familiar with what they did, but not with all of changes. So I might get surprised by something, and I might give you wrong information unpurposely, so get prepared for that. I don't want to ramble for too long, so let's just get it in. Hello there, Koakuma, how are you doing? Koakuma is doing fine. She has this Ring of Slaying, which is now only +5. It used to be +5/+5, but now weapons and Rings of Slaying have only one enchantment, both for damage and accuracy. Also, beyond that, she doesn't have much here. Of course, the Dagger of Protection is nice, but nothing beyond that. An Amulet of Guardian Spirit, which I don't even know if I should wear or not. Also, she has a bunch of useless darts, which are removed from the game now. We have only these stones. And let's just kill these orcs, because they do not deserve to live. I can just tap them. Also, I think I should do some inventory management. I believe I have a bunch of useless items like this one and this short sword, and I guess, I don't know, what is this spear? Yeah, this is totally useless. This is useless as well. Remove curse, remove this. I guess drop... well, let's not drop this. Oh, also, now, the ordinary slings have been renamed to hunting slings, and there are now two types of slings in the game, the hunting slings and the great slings, which are, of course, bigger and do more damage. Also, the similar thing has been done to the crossbows. There are three types of crossbows now, and the bows, well, they have two types as before, and the weaker type is now named the short bow, not the ordinary bow. Anywho, I should stop rambling, start playing. Finally, let's just proceed deeper. Oh, no, let's not proceed. Let's look at our skills. What am I training? Stealth. I think I should train it to 10 and stop, then train my invocations and hexes, maybe some evocations as well, because I want to kill hydras with this wand of draining. So, let's go. I think I should hit the Lair until the end of this video. That would be my goal. Nice scroll of identify. I can identify my stuff. An Amulet of Resist Mutation would be nice later. This orc should die. The iguana, I think I want to poison. It doesn't have much HP, so I can just kill it that way. The worm dies as well, and oh my, this is Psyche. She has a runed dagger, which could be the dagger of distortion or a dagger of chaos. I don't really want to mess with her, and I don't know. I might want to stab her actually. So let's just approach her from a different angle. So if I'm lucky, I will stab her. 1, 2, die! Yes, she dies. And I get this nice trophy, which I shouldn't wield, or should I? This is a tough question. Let's do it. No, it's just a dagger of chaos, which is like all chaotic stuff in this game isn't exactly the most reliable thing, and while most of the time it would do something positive for you, like, I don't know, poison your enemy or electrocute it or even banish it sometimes or paralyze it, sometimes it would just berserk your enemy or hasten it, and that's not fun. So the ring mail does not interest me. The potion, well, it's still unidentified. Now, what are you guys guarding? A potion of agility and an unknown scroll, which I want to identify right here. Immolation, well, you know, these scrolls of immolation have been reworked, and now they cast inner flame at everything on LOS besides you. Well, inner flame on you would not make any sense. So they have more tactical uses, these scrolls, but I'm not quite used to them yet. So what are these gloves? Nothing interesting, but I didn't have any gloves before, so that's always nice. This kobold should die as well. Another ogre. I want to poison him because I just don't want to stand next to him and take damage if I can just avoid this. Now Joseph. I bet he will wake up and this will not be fun, but let's try it out. 1, 2, nope! He's somewhat resistant to hostile enchantments. Okay, let's try banishing him, and if I fail, I will just teleport. Boom! Did you see there was a unique there? Well, it's not here anymore. So, the Hound Skeleton. So yeah, these enemies are mostly easy, but some of them require some extra tactics. So, I guess while I'm doing some basic stuff, I should talk about what they did to the game, if the game allows me. And by them, I mean the developers, of course. Actually, there is still a tough enemy here. I wonder why did this poison needle, why did it do so much damage to him? I have no idea. Remember how I failed to melee an orc warrior in the previous part? Well, I guess I can do this now. Maybe, possibly, probably, I guess. So, what did developers do to the game? They made the mid-game harder by cutting out 7 floors of the dungeon and replacing the last 5 ones by a very brutal chamber, not chamber, how's it called? Oh my god, branch. Yes, branch. There is a new branch in the game called depths, and it's not here yet, but it will be. The entrance to excuse me, the entrance to depths is located at the 16th floor of the dungeon, and it's 5 floors deep, and it's far more brutal than the deeper dungeon we previously known. Also, the vaults branch has been made a lot more brutal as well. It has lots of unique human enemies, the ones which can summon. Let me drink more tea. The ones that can summon more enemies from the unexplored areas of the dungeon, or just, alive enemies from the explored ones. And this is the interesting vault. I don't want to, to make additional steps there, because there is the Drock altar, and Drock is guarding this book. If I make a step here, Drock will burn this book. So I want to save the book and return to it later, because I can abort it with the abortation spell. And maybe this book would contain something nice. I actually know what it will contain, but if you know this as well, don't spoil it in the comments. I want to show it myself. So, some basic orcs, and one non-basic one. Poison kiting for the win, I think, or not. Can I melee you? Maybe I can. he doesn't seem to do a lot of damage to me, so I guess Orc Warriors could be added to the list of enemies which I can just kill with that magical tab key, which I don't even use. I use the direction keys instead. So, what did they also do to the game? Well, you know, I was talking about the enchantment scroll, well, the enchantments which have been merged now to the one number. You know, my dagger is +2, not +2/+2. So the scrolls of enchant weapon have been reformed as well. What is this? Magic darts. So useless. So now one more thing. This potion used to be the potion of paralysis, but now it's the potion of cancellation, which cancels most magical effects, as you can see. So I believe the scrolls of vulnerability, which used to do pretty much the same thing and cancel some of your magical contamination, they no longer do that, and they are useful only for reducing the magic resistance of your enemies. And now the potion of cancellation can be used for removing your contamination, I believe. So these potions are now something worth carrying with you, unlike the potions of paralysis, which were just terribly useless. So I finished with this floor. I cannot talk, as always. You should be used to that, and Prince Ribbit is kind of late. I think I can kill him. Maybe not, but I think I can. Let's throw tomahawks at him or something. This is a character of a well-known fairy tale, which I haven't been told in my childhood because I'm Russian. We have another tale about the frog princess, not the prince. Oh, centaur. This is actually looking somewhat dangerous because I don't know if I can melee this hungry ghost, but still. Centaur is my top priority. The hungry ghost is depleting my hunger status, as always, but this still was an easy band of enemies. I don't want you to eat my scroll of identify. Don't do it. It did it. Dang it. Where is my sling? By the way, speaking of jellies, corrosion has been reworked as well, if you don't know. Now it doesn't damage your stuff permanently. So if it managed to hit me, with a good chance it would have inflicted the corrosion status, which would have been displayed right here. And it would reduce my AC temporarily, but not permanently. Now, I want to approach this troll in a stealthy way. Hopefully I can do that, because otherwise I would be forced to employ some additional tactics. Also, my stealth is now up to 10. I can turn it off and I guess train some hexes and invocations. I want my invocations at 12 so that my banishment would be reliable and all my abilities would be useful. Hexes I want for, I guess, these two spells. Cause Fear is still very good, even though it doesn't allow for much steps, but you know, it's a fear scroll which you can read at any time. And Enslavement is kinda nice, but to be honest, they are just mere replacements for the Confuse spell and Invisibility. And Ensorcelled Hibernation as well. Morty, I cannot talk. So let's cross our fingers and approach this guy. 1. Nope. So, the troll can do up to 50 damage in melee. He also has a lot of regeneration, so it will take a bunch of needles to kill him. But hopefully I will be lucky with this. This is not going well yet. But I'm doing some damage to him, so if you thought you cannot, you know, kill a troll with poison, you were wrong. Trolls are killable with poison, and I haven't, you know, taken almost any damage. This is what? The Cyclops skeleton, that's kind of scary. It also woke up extremely fast. But I will try to melee him, because he's just a skeleton. I can run away at any time. And he was too dangerous for me. That's some bad news bears, but I can shoot him with stuff, and it was almost dead, apparently. So take a rest, poison that iguana. Kiting. I kind of feel like a poison mage, but I haven't learned basically any spells. So your blowgun is basically your pocket sting spell, and I definitely don't want to approach Edmund just yet. Or do I? I don't know, to be honest. I kind of want... No, there is no better angle I could approach him at. Or is it? Oh yeah, there is a better angle, so if I can take 3 steps unnoticed, I will stab him. 1, 2, 3, boom! One shot. He gives me no useful loot, of course, but he gives me some sweet experience. My Hex's skill has been increased to level 2, which means my Corona is almost castable. This is a tricky enemy. I don't want him to get to me. Of course, it exploded and woke up an ogre, but that's no biggie. So, whoa. Don't want this jelly to eat my wand, of course. The skeleton is quite, no, it's not a skeleton, it's a zombie, and it's quite dangerous. I don't want to melee this guy because he can do some damage to me. This is obvious. So kiting, entering some open space so that I can blink freely. I don't want to run forever, and I killed him with just a sling. So some nice food. Also an ogre, which is easily killable. So yeah, I'm doing mostly basic stuff and banishing enemies which I cannot kill. So that's how my game would go until I meet something like Irolka or enter the Lair. That's when things would get a little bit more interesting. A helmet, probably better than the previous one, except not really, but it looks nicer, so I will take it. I guess... Oh, I haven't finished talking about the enchant weapon scrolls, so I should do it now. Previously there were 3 types of enchant weapon scrolls. Enchant weapon 1, 2, and 3. Now the 1 and 2 enchant scrolls has been merged into one, called just enchant weapon. And as you could guess, it enchants both the weapon's accuracy and damage, for 1 point. And the enchant weapon 3 scroll Anyways, I think I already reached the lair, or it is some vault with fruits and a deep dwarf, how's he called? Artificer. I don't know. Anyways, those are just not scary enemies, and it actually looks like the lair entrance. So this video will probably be very short. Or I will do 1 floor of the lair as well, because I don't want it to be that short. This is a yak, however. Yaks are kind of scary. I want to deal with these corpses and stuff before I approach the yak. I want to eat. Eat. The bat kinda messes up with my actions because it hits the plant. It will never ever kill the plant. It will never ever gives me the opportunity to rest while it's on my screen. So, what's the best way to approach the yak? I guess I should do it from the west. Maybe not. There is a band of orcs, which are just basic ones. I can tap them. I can eat them. So, one more thing they did to the game. Developers like doing things to their game, and they did something else. You can remember that I had... Actually, what did I have? I could eat rotten meat, and now I cannot do it. So, no idea why did they do that. I guess they kind of counteracted the fact that there is no nausea in the game. So, to be honest, it doesn't matter for me whatsoever. And I don't even know if I can approach the yak from the west. I'm hoping for, you know, some of the wall tiles blocking the side for this yak. That's what I'm hoping for. What is this book and what is this one? This is a high level book, which means I have no interest in it yet. This one I have no space for. Also, what's this wand? Wand of Cold. This is amazing. I think I should train evocations as well. I have a strong +3 aptitude, so I think I will train it up to 5. I know 3 skills is kind of too much to train at the same time, but still. Well, Inner Flame and Sticky Flame are kind of nice, but I don't think I want them. You know, Sticky Flame requires some amounts of training in fire and or conjurations, and Inner Flame requires some advanced tactics, which I don't find really interesting and rewarding. Morty. So this is a Manticore skeleton? Yes, I guessed it right. Sometimes it's hard to guess, you know, which skeleton have you seen, because skeletons and zombies don't have many tiles. Oh my god, Gastronok. You know, Gastronok is like a sleeping dog. I should let him lie or whatever he does. The troll, however, I want to do something stealthy with. Cannot talk. Restore abilities. Also, what is this wand? Wand of teleportation. This is one of the most rare and valuable wands in the game. At least it used to be. Because I forgot to tell you about one more change they did. The developers did. You know, all of you remember item destruction, right? You know, there was also always a chance that some imp could throw a puff of frost at you and destroy your haste potion, or like some orc wizard throw a puff of flame at you and destroy 3 of your teleportation scrolls. Well, this is not a thing anymore. Item destruction is not a thing, so the wand of teleportation is not that valuable anymore. I'm used to, you know, considering it being one of them, but no, it's not that valuable, but it still works under the silence. And I will use silence for sure, so that's why I will keep this. Also, I guess I want to pick up this cutlass because, by the way, cutlasses are the new sabers. Basically, they have the same tile, and they have been just renamed to cutlasses. I don't want this wand, I think. I want this cutlass. I want to wield it. It's just a +0 one, so I don't exactly care, but I will still keep it. Also, I don't want to pick up these ones of magic darts anymore. So, bees, yet another dangerous enemies. And if you don't know, bees always come in packs, so I want to clear everything else before touching them. Let's try to do something to this yak. Yeah, there were actually some walls, so I was right with my decision not to touch the yak before exploring more of the territory around him. And of course, more cursed stuff. What's new? That's why you don't wear and wield un-ID'd stuff, because it could as well be cursed. Of course, everything wakes up because, once again, what's new? That's your typical stabber's life. And of course, I want to do my favorite poison kiting with Lugonu blinking. And I cannot talk, as always. I've said that multiple times, and nothing have changed since then. So, I want to unmark this territory, but I still don't want to enter this room, because there is, I believe, some elf inside. You know, the basic elf, the deep elf fighter or something like that, but I still don't want to wake him up just yet. I'm not afraid of waking up a kobold, however, because unlike me, he is just, you know, just a mere kobold. Not an interesting enemy whatsoever. And what should I drop? This is the eternal question of Crawl. I never know what should I drop. I think Potion of Slowing would do, because unlike the former Potion of Paralysis, which is now the Potion of Cancellation, the Potion of Slowing is not useless at all, and I want, you know, to unmark it for picking up, but I cannot. What's going on here? I don't know, but I still want to drop it. You, however, look to be a very interesting enemy, and I want to banish you. Yes. One thing I missed. I hit 6 stars of Luginous Piety, so technically I could, you know, corrupt my weapon, which would apply a distortion brand on it. I don't want to do it yet, because I want to wait, you know, until I find a quick blade. It might take me a while. It might take me a very long while, but I want to test my luck, because I tried going into endgame with a Saber of Distortion, and I experienced the Quick Blade of Distortion as well, and the Quick Blade is so much better, you have no idea. So, let me wake up all these yaks at once. Of course, what did I expect? So, now, for some tedious kiting. Hopefully I didn't attract too many yaks, because I cannot kite all of them at once. So, poison, back off. The rat is not a concern. Actually, let me try to melee one yak. Maybe I can do it. Who knows? I'm actually so surprised, because I've just meleeed one yak. So I can kill those one-on-one. They are not extremely dangerous enemies. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I can eat everything and proceed. So let's enter some unexplored rooms after I kill these yaks. I still prefer poison kiting, to be honest. And I also think that yaks have been nerfed in some way, because I remember them being a little bit more dangerous than this, you know. They didn't used to die this much to this fast to poison, if I'm not mistaken. I might be just making this up, to be honest. I don't know. So, come at me, bro. Oh, you are not the guy I want to come at me. You're the guy I want to die immediately. So, pray, pray, pray. I haven't reached 5 in evocations yet. To be honest, I believe I set up, you know, the notification for me leveling up my skill to some whole number value. So basically, if I level up some skill to, say, no, I don't want to be the part of your shenanigans, Gastronok. So, who does open all these doors? So, if I reached, say, 5 in my evocation skill, I should receive the notification, and also it won't go away until I press, you know, the space bar. I think I set it up that way, but I still reflexively press that space bar without noticing my skill level going up. So it's not very helpful for me. I probably should set up some more noticeable notification. I don't know. So, let's see what's inside. Yeah, as I said, that's some elf, and of course I cannot stab him because I'm so unstealthy. You know, I'm quite stealthy, and that's just not enough. by the way, what are you capable of? Haste, magic dart, blink, some basic conjurations. If I cannot melee you, I will blink around you, but apparently I can. I also can take your buckler, and leveling up shields to 5 is a reasonable idea if you have a little buckler. So hopefully it's not cursed, it's not. I believe it's not affecting my stealth as well, and if it were a medium shield, it wouldn't have affected it as well, which is something I find not very reasonable, to be honest. So I have some unexplored areas here. I have those bees to kill. So let's just do it. Of course, the first one woke up immediately. I wonder... Actually, I think I can melee it, because I have a good enchantment, which affects my accuracy as well. Don't want to kill that many of you, however. So, since I have +7 to accuracy on my dagger, and daggers are already very accurate, I can just melee those bees no problem. But if I didn't have that big of an enchantment, and if I had some inaccurate weapon, those bees would be a giant pain in the assassin. So, this frog should die. I should sacrifice everything, because even though I have 6 stars of piety, I still need some more for additional banishments and maybe even corruptions. I think this floor is coming to its end very shortly. I have only this guy to kill, and I don't want to touch Gastronok because I just don't. It can airstrike me for 50 damage if I'm not lucky, and I'm not taking such risks until I don't know, clear some floors of the lair or something. So, I will try to approach him in stealthy way, and maybe even succeed with that. No, one does not simply successfully stabs anyone. I will probably need the invisibility spell to do that. I have an invisibility potion, and I don't want to waste it just now on an enemy which I can kill in a more boring way. Because, yes, it's boring, but it's still reliable. Is it? Yeah, we've just seen it being reliable, so it will take some time, but it is safe. It's very, very safe. Blink, that's a good blink. Retreat, retreat, retreat. And poison, and blink, and more blink. By the way, this blinking ability, while it damages you, sometimes it damages monsters as well. And I think I got a troll hide, which is something I actually want to wear. Because it does not affect my stealth very much, but it gives me that regeneration, which is such a handy effect. It's not game-changing, of course, but it's extremely handy. So let's just do it. I can enchant this hide and get myself this awesome troll leather armor. My stealth, hasn't been changed too much, so I think I will stop at the entrance to the lair and say goodbye to you. So, what have we achieved throughout this video? We have cleared 3 floors of the dungeon. Besides the Gastronok, we have banished 2 uniques. We have, I believe, killed Edmund and Psyche. We have earned this troll leather armor, which is kinda nice. We have leveled up some skills, stealth to 10, hexes and evocations to 4 something, and invocations to almost 8. So, in the next video, we will approach the lair. Until next time, take it easy, and thank you for watching.